the best teams in Europe, I think we would have taken this tonight. It's just the manner in which the game's been lost, unfortunately.
Mentality-wise, Glenn, have we now seen a shift in this Tottenham Hotspur side? Last season, they lost 26 games across the course of the season, 22 in the Premier League as well. Then they won the Europa League, albeit it was a scrappy final, not one of the best. It's not vintage, not one of the best we've ever seen, but they did cross, get over the line. And here tonight as well, against a big team. Thomas Frank talked about how he showed a picture of the team winning the Europa League. That's got to give you that impetus, hasn't it? That, we can actually win things, and we're now a team that are putting ourselves in that position to do that.
That's the belief. It gives you belief that, a performance like that against the best at the moment and one of the favourites for the Champions League next year. Yeah, you've got, as I said, you go toe to toe. The problem with Tottenham at the moment that I see is we've lost Maddison and Kulusevski, two players who are really creative. Now, not tonight, but there's going to be first game of the season, Burnley at home. When we've got to break a team down, when they're banked in and we've got to break a team down, I'm not sure we've got enough in the locker at the moment. Yes, Karen's right, they might be bringing in other players because of the injuries they've got to those two players, particularly the creators, if you like. At the moment, I can't see how they can break a team down. But I think a team like that, when it's an open game, I think they've proved to themselves they can go toe to toe with anyone.
I think it's also like a lesson that you're going to learn in the Champions League that, teams like Paris Saint-Germain, they'll have one or two moments and they will be absolutely ruthless. And again, I know it hurts tonight, but these are big moments throughout the season that you'll remember. You go, we have to stay concentrated, we have to go up to the ball, our legs might be hurting, we might be fatigued. These top teams that you're going to play in the Champions League, they will cut you open in one attack, two attacks, and then all of a sudden you've gone from 2-0 up and you're like, what's happened? But look, I'm sure we'll get into it furthermore.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Well, look, that is the UEFA Super Cup trophy that PSG will be picking up any moment. They're getting used to this, aren't they? Lifting trophies on the European circuit. Not so for Tottenham tonight. It wasn't their evening, but certainly PSG will be relishing this moment. The referees are about to head up, so it means the entire trophy ceremony has now begun. So I'm going to hand you back to our commentary team to take it away. Ali and Darren, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Reshmin. So as is tradition, it's the officials up there first. Led by tonight's referee, João Pinheiro from Portugal. The president of UEFA, Alexander Seferin, as always, is going to give out the medals. It's been interesting, Ali, while Karen and Glenn and Reshmin were chatting, just to see some of the Tottenham players, and there are quite a few of them. It's hit them hard, this. I mean, Papsar in particular has been sat down on the ground for a long time contemplating. I mean, there was a hell of a lot of disappointment out there because they got this trophy in their grip for a large part of the game. I agree with what Glenn said. They were fantastic for a lot of this game tonight, Tottenham.
Oh, without doubt. But Darren, the professional footballers, they've lost a final 2-0 up with 5 minutes left in the clock of a 90. So you're going to be absolutely devastated. Yes, we're in agreement they can take loss from it, and so they should, because Glenn's spot on. For vast periods of the game, they were more than enough for PSG. They were a better team, in fact. But that doesn't take away the disappointment of losing 2 goals and losing the game in pens.
So Christian Romero, as the Tottenham captain, led them up there. There's Pedro Porro, who scored his penalty. Mickey van der Ven, who scored the first goal of the match tonight. There were lots of big individual performances, weren't there, in the Tottenham team? When we think about the two wing-backs, Spence and Porro outstanding, Bentancur and Sarr in midfield, fantastic performances. Richarlison led the line superbly well. I mean, you can go through the whole Tottenham team, so many positives and pluses tonight for Thomas Frank to take into the weekend and then beyond.
I don't think they're the minus, all the players that performed tonight. I don't think they're the negative. Every one of them performed. When we were sitting talking about it there, you could have had 4 or 5 different players of the match in white jerseys from Tottenham. They were excellent. So Thomas Frank, well, listen, Thomas Frank will be disappointed as his players will. But once he gets back in, on that plane, back home, they'll sit and watch the game again. They'll say, look, we have given the best team, arguably, in Europe. Well, not arguably, definitely in Europe. They won the Champions League. We've given them a proper match, and we're extremely unlucky not to lift that title. So come on. And the biggest plus might be the shape. I heard Glenn talk about the shape. They were so comfortable for 60, 75 minutes until Luis Enrique changed it, put a number 9 on and brought 2 wide boys. That changed the game.
Well, there he is, the serial winner, Luis Enrique, leading his team up onto the podium. The all-important date is that the draw for the Champions League phase, which is on the 28th of August in Monaco, the final in Budapest at the end of it all to wrap up the season on the 30th of May. There's Nuno Mendes kissing the trophy. His all-important penalty decided the shootout. Bitinha missed, which is not like him. Lee with that big goal 5 minutes from time to give them the lifeline, and then Dembele crossed for Gonzalo Ramos. And what about young Chevalier, the goalkeeper, Lucas Chevalier? First game for PSG, first win for PSG, saved one in the shootout, and he gets a medal.
Yeah, fair play to him. Second goal aside, I thought he had a very good evening. I mean, he had an incredible save actually, just seconds prior to the Tottenham opening goal from Mickey van de Ven. I thought it was a tremendous save where he got across, he got Paulina's hand up to the crossbar, so he can be very happy with his night.
He's just gone through, all he knows is winning trophies. Since making the move from Rennes, there's Kvaratskhelia frustrating night, Bradley Barcola. There's the man that sent it to penalties, Gonzalo Ramos, receiving his medal. And then right at the end of the line is Marquinhos. I mentioned he got 34 trophies in a glittering Paris Saint-Germain career. Well, you can now make it 35. And the European champions pick up where they left off, picking up a trophy here tonight in Udinese. The best team in Europe has won the Super Cup, and the captain has the trophy, Marquinhos. And the teammates are there. And the super team from the Parc des Princes has won the Super Cup. And we say congratulations to Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, PSG lifting yet another European trophy weeks after